What if the hero everyone is waiting for is the last one you'd expect? Our story begins in the Valley of Peace, with a clumsy panda named Po. All he has ever wanted is one thing: to become a legendary kung fu warrior, just like the Furious Five. But reality is very different. Every day, Po helps his father, Mr. Ping, run the busy noodle shop. He serves customers, carries bowls, and listens as his father proudly talks about the secret ingredient in their famous noodles. Po smiles politely, but his heart is somewhere else. He doesn't dream of noodles, he dreams of kung fu. Meanwhile, at the Jade Palace, Master Shifu pushes the Furious Five harder than ever. He knows danger is coming. He visits Master Oogway, the wise creator of kung fu. That's when everything changes. Oogway reveals a terrifying vision. Tai Lung is returning. Shifu is shaken. Tai Lung is locked inside the strongest prison in all of China. Escape should be impossible. But Oogway is calm. If Tai Lung comes back, they'll need the ultimate warrior, the Dragon Warrior, and the power of the Dragon Scroll. Back in the village, Po's world flips upside down when he sees a poster. Master Oogway is choosing the Dragon Warrior today. The entire village rushes to the Jade Palace. Po wants to go, but he's stuck at work. He can't wait. He leaves the noodle cart behind and runs. At the palace, the gates close before he arrives. The Furious Five begin their display, showing off their skills as Oogway watches carefully. Po refuses to give up. Using fireworks, he launches himself into the air and crashes straight into the middle of the ceremony. Silence. Everyone stares. Then, Oogway points, not at Tigress, not at the Furious Five. He points at Po, the panda. The crowd erupts in celebration. Shifu is horrified. This wasn't skill, it was an accident. But Oogway's words are simple and true. There are no accidents. Po's life, and the fate of the valley, changes forever. Meanwhile, far away in the mountains, Zheng, Shifu's messenger, reaches the prison where Tai Lung is chained. The prison master laughs. Tai Lung escaping? Impossible. He's restrained, helpless, and surrounded by 1,000 guards. To prove it, Zheng is led to Tai Lung's cell. Tai Lung hangs in chains, still and silent. Before leaving, the prison master delivers a parting insult. Master Oogway is choosing the Dragon Warrior today. But fate intervenes. A feather slips from Zheng's wing, floating down, right into Tai Lung's reach. At the Jade Palace, Po explores. The weapons, the halls, the legends, everything feels unreal. He accidentally breaks a sacred urn, said to hold the spirits of 1,000 warriors. Suddenly, Shifu appears, angry and cold. He makes one thing clear: Po is not the Dragon Warrior, not until he earns the Dragon Scroll. Shifu mocks Po for being clumsy and overweight. He threatens him with the legendary Wuxi finger hold. Terrified, Po stays silent. Training begins, but not for Po to succeed. Shifu's goal is to prove he doesn't belong. Thrown into the Furious Five's intense practice, Po is overwhelmed. Tigress, Viper, Monkey, Mantis, and Crane move with precision. Po falls. He crashes. He gets hit from every direction. That night, the Furious Five mock him relentlessly. Tigress finally tells him the truth. He doesn't belong here. He's an embarrassment. Broken and ashamed, Po sits alone. Then Oogway finds him. Po admits the truth. Everyone hates him. He's a failure, and he will never be the Dragon Warrior. Oogway gently reminds him, we can't change the past. We can't control the future. But what we do now can change everything. Inspired, Po begins to believe. Just a little. Far away, the feather shifts. Tai Lung uses it to pick his lock. The chains loosen. The prison master realizes too late. Tai Lung breaks free. Arrows fly. Guards attack. Tai Lung moves like a storm, turning their weapons against them. One by one, the guards fall. The prison is destroyed. At the end, Tai Lung lets Zheng go with one message. Tell Shifu, the real Dragon Warrior is coming home. Back at the Jade Palace, training changes. Shifu and the Furious Five push Po through real combat. One by one, they face him, trying to break him. But Po doesn't quit. He keeps standing. He keeps fighting. Mantis secretly treats Po's injuries. Tigress finally opens up, revealing the truth about Tai Lung. Shifu found Tai Lung as a baby, raised him, trained him, believing he'd be the Dragon Warrior. But Oogway sensed darkness. When Tai Lung was denied the Dragon Scroll, he shattered. Blinded by rage, Tai Lung attacked the village. Oogway intervened and locked him away. Po is Shifu's last chance to fix his greatest mistake. Just then, Sing arrives with terrifying news. Tai Lung has escaped. Shifu is forced to trust Po. Only the Dragon Warrior can face Tai Lung. Po panics. He tries to run. Shifu stops him. Po snaps, telling Shifu the painful truth. Even he can't turn a fat panda into the Dragon Warrior. Shifu remembers Oogway's final words. Success will only come when he truly believes in Po. For the first time, Shifu stops trying to change him and starts believing in Po's potential. He doesn't train him like the others. He trains him like Po. And that's when everything begins to change. In a final test, Po outsmarts Shifu and wins. Shifu smiles, finally seeing the Dragon Warrior within Po. Meanwhile, the Furious Five try to stop Tai Lung in a narrow bridge. A brutal battle erupts. Tigress, Crane, Viper, Monkey, and Mantis fight together, cutting the bridge. Tai Lung falls, but survives. He climbs back, defeating the five. Back at the Jade Palace, Po celebrates his progress. Joy turns to concern as Crane arrives carrying the injured five. Tai Lung is stronger than ever. Shifu hands Po the Dragon Scroll. Po opens it. It's empty. Confused, he realizes the scroll was never about power. It's about believing in yourself. Tai Lung attacks the palace. He destroys Shifu. As the final blow approaches, Po declares, I am the Dragon Warrior. The battle rages. Po fights in his own strange, unpredictable way, using his training, instincts, and heart. He survives. Finally, Po grabs Tai Lung's finger. He performs the Wuxi finger hold. An explosion erupts. When the dust clears, Tai Lung is gone. The village is saved. The people cheer. Shifu smiles. The Furious Five bow. Po has proven, to everyone and himself, that he is truly the Dragon Warrior. And with that, our story ends. Our movie begins in the distant past. Long ago, the Peacock family ruled the city of Gongmin for many years. They grew powerful and wealthy after inventing fireworks, turning Gongmin into one of the richest cities in China. But their son, Lord Shen, wanted more. He pushed fireworks beyond celebration and turned them into weapons powerful enough to help him conquer all of China. His parents were afraid. They sensed darkness growing inside him, a future filled with death and destruction. Desperate for answers, they turned to the city's soothsayer. They asked her to reveal Shen's fate. What she saw terrified them. If Shen continued down this path, a warrior would rise, black and white, and defeat him. When Shen learned about the prophecy, fear turned into rage. He gathered his soldiers and attacked a peaceful panda village. No one survived. After that night, his parents could no longer deny the truth. Their son had become a monster. They banished Lord Shen from Gongmin City forever. But as he was cast out, Shen swore revenge. He promised he would return, reclaim the city, and rule all of China. And then, the story jumps to the present. Hidden far from the world, a dark factory stands in silence. Inside, wolves work endlessly, building powerful weapons. Their leader reports to Lord Shen, the weapons are almost ready, but they need more metal. Shen gives the order, attack the nearest village, take everything made of metal. Meanwhile, far away, celebration fills the air. The Furious Five cheer as Po breaks yet another food record. After the feast, Po visits Master Shifu, who has retired to a quiet cave, living in peace. There, Po witnesses something incredible. Shifu gently guides a single drop of water through the air, until it lands softly on a small plant. He calls it inner peace, a technique once mastered by Master Oogway. This, Shifu says, is Po's next stage of training. Because Po is the Dragon Warrior, to achieve inner peace, Po must let go of anger, fear, and painful memories. But suddenly, Tigress arrives with urgent news. Wolves have attacked a nearby village. Without hesitation, Po says goodbye to Shifu, and together with the Furious Five, he rushes to protect the innocent. The wolves tear through the village, stealing metal as the villagers watch helplessly. But just before they escape, Po and the Furious Five arrive. The battle erupts. Po moves with confidence now, powerful, fast, unstoppable. Dozens of wolves fall before him. Monkey swings musical instruments like weapons, fighting in perfect rhythm. With Tigress and Viper by his side, one by one, the wolves are defeated. All except their leader. The wolf charges straight at Po. Po raises his guard, then suddenly freezes. He notices a symbol on the wolf's arm, and memories come flooding back. Memories of his childhood. Memories of his mother. The wolf takes advantage. He strikes Po hard, grabs the metal, and escapes. When Tigress asks what happened, Po quietly answers, he needs to see his father. Soon after, Po arrives at the noodle shop. Mr. Ping is overjoyed. In the kitchen, Po tells him about the memories, about his mother. Then he asks the question he's carried his whole life. How was I born? Mr. Ping smiles gently. He explains that geese come from eggs, and jokingly says Po shouldn't worry about where the egg came from. Po laughs, then reminds him, I'm a panda. I didn't come from an egg. So Po asks the real question. Where did you find me? Mr. Ping shows him an old box. Long ago, he says. He stepped outside the restaurant and saw a box moving on its own. Inside it was Po. No one came looking for him. No one asked about him. So Mr. Ping made a choice. He raised Po as his own. Po listens in silence, and as the truth settles in, one painful question remains. Why did his real family leave him behind? Meanwhile, the story takes us to Gongmen City. Inside the palace, the city's kung fu masters train as usual, until Lord Chen storms in. He orders them out of his palace, then mocks the soothsayer, confident and cruel. Now, he says, nothing can stop him from ruling China. The masters refuse. Protecting the city is their duty. Shen smiles. He tells them he has a surprise. Inside a box, the masters attack, but Shen proves deadly skilled, fighting them with speed and precision. Then he opens the box. A massive cannon appears. Shen fires. One of the masters falls. Far away, Master Shifu reads the message aloud. The protector of Gongmen City is dead. Lord Chen has created a terrifying new weapon. If Shen isn't stopped, Shifu warns, China will be destroyed. He gives the order, go to Gongmen City, destroy the weapon, capture Lord Chen. Po asks if Kung Fu alone can stop such power. Shifu answers calmly. Po can do anything, once he truly masters inner peace. Po bows, then, with the Furious Five, he sets off toward Gongmen City. Just as Po finished shouting his vow to stop Shen and save Kung Fu, suddenly, the prison doors burst open. 3 wolves rush inside, led by their commander. The moment he sees Po, fear takes over. He turns and runs. Po and the Furious Five chase him through the city streets. The wolf leaps onto a speeding cart pulled by a powerful antelope. Without hesitation, Po jumps after him. Viper pushes them forward, accelerating the cart to full speed. But the wolf fights back. He hurls the antelope toward Po, then releases a swarm of rabbits, blinding him. Po loses control. The cart launches into the air, soaring above the rooftops. In the chaos, Po saves the falling rabbits, handing them safely to Master Croc, who keeps chasing. The car crashes. The wolf escapes. At that moment, Tigress arrives. She strikes Po with full force, launching him forward like a living weapon. Po catches up. He attacks the wolf leader, and they clash violently atop the moving cart until Po slams him down. But just as the Furious Five arrive to arrest him, they realize something terrifying. They are already inside Lord Chen's palace. Wolves surround them from every direction. They are captured, bound, and taken deeper inside. At the highest floor, Lord Chen waits. He mocks Po and laughs at the soothsayer. No one, he says, can stop him now. He orders the cannon prepared, but just before it fires, it fails. Shen freezes. Then he realizes the truth. Inside the cage is not Master Croc, it's a dummy. At that moment, Viper frees Tigress. Tigress frees Po and the others. She strikes the cannon, sending it flying. Master Croc smashes it apart. The warriors storm through the palace, destroying everything in their path. For a moment, they celebrate. They believe it's over. But Po sees Shen. He rushes forward, then notices Shen's tail. Memories crash back. His mother, the past. Po freezes. Shen escapes. He flees to his factory, where dozens of cannons wait. They turn toward the palace and fire. Explosions tear through the city. The palace collapses as arrows rain down, blocking every escape. In the final seconds, Po and Tigress grab each other's hands. Together, the Furious Five climb upward and leap free at the last possible moment. Behind them, Shen screams in rage. He orders the cannons loaded onto ships. The invasion of China has begun. Meanwhile, Po and the Furious Five return to the prison. Tigress grips Po tightly. She scolds him. Shen was right there, and Po didn't see him. She reminds Po Shen is the only one who knows the truth about his parents. She begs him to stay behind. It's too dangerous. The others sneak toward the factory, but Po refuses to stop. Together, they infiltrate Shen's factory, unseen. They form a plan. Use the gunpowder barrels. Destroy everything. Po leads the charge, swinging above molten lava and blazing machinery. Explosions erupt. The factory shakes. Po battles Shen across moving metal platforms as the Furious Five destroy the machines around them. Po shields himself with metal, leaping from bridge to bridge. He nearly falls into the lava, but recovers. Every second matters. The factory collapses piece by piece. Yet Po presses forward. He's not just chasing Shen, he's racing to save China, to protect his friends, and to face the past. This is where everything comes together. Po confronts Shen, demanding the truth about his parents. Shen admits it coldly, then lures Po into a deadly trap. He fires the cannon. Po shields himself, but the blast hurls him far away. Meanwhile, Master Shifu feels it. Po is in danger. Po crashes into the river, unconscious, until someone pulls him out. The soothsayer, she takes him to the ruins of the Panda village, and there, she tells him the truth. His parents loved him. When Shen attacked, his father stayed behind to fight. His mother ran, protecting Po. When the wolves closed in, she hid Po in a basket and gave her life so he could live. The pain hits Po, but instead of anger, he chooses peace. He lets go. Raindrops fall. Po moves them gently through the air. Inner peace? The soothsayer reminds him. Our beginnings don't define us. Our choices do. Po rises. The dragon warrior. At that moment, Shen captures the Furious Five and sails toward Gammon City. The people panic. And then, Po appears. Alive, calm. The battle erupts. Po redirects cannonballs like falling water. One by one, the fleet is destroyed. Shen attacks him in desperation. Po urges him to stop. Shen refuses, until the final blast collapses the cannon onto him. Silence. Then cheers. China is saved. Shifu smiles with pride. Far away, a panda father learns the truth. His son is alive. And back home, Po returns to the noodle shop, where his dad pulls him into the tightest hug of all. And that's where our story ends.